Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and today I'm going to show you guys what Redfin is saying and the data that they're using versus what the reality is when I access the multiple listing service, which is a service generally only realtors can access. One of the advantages of accessing MLS is it gives me the opportunity to see exactly what's going on in the housing market right now. Now, the issue is, guys, is it's very localized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what Redfin is reporting for Houston, and then I'm going to access the local MLS to show you the reality of what's going on in Houston. And I'm even going to pull up briefly, guys, Zillow to also show you how far Zillow is off when it comes to what's actually happening in the market. And y'all, I'm serious. This is absolutely crazy. I don't know why there's so much different information. I'm getting worried. I'm getting frustrated. I don't know who to trust. Do I look at Redfin, Zillow? My gosh, you guys, it's getting absolutely ridiculous out there. Now, we will read Redfin's market update, but before I go to Redfin's housing market report this week, I'm going to access the data center and pull up Houston stats. And again, after that, I'm going to compare it to the stats on the active MLS. So here's the data center under Redfin. You guys can also access this if you want to see what's going on in your local metro area. But the first thing I want to point out, and don't worry, guys, I've written all of this down. The total active listings, it says as of September 3rd in Houston metro area, so it's expanding past Houston, is 24,363 active units. Remember that. That's not the only issue I have. When it comes to median sales price, it appears that Redfin is reporting the median sales price for Houston way higher than it actually is. Let me show you guys. So right now, Redfin is saying the rolling 4-week average for median sales price is $338,000. You guys, that is not accurate. It's much lower than that. Lastly, when we look at the price drops for Houston, it's sitting at 7.7% of active listings with price drops. But the reality is the price drops in Houston right now overall is closer to 30%. Let me show you. This is the active MLS. I know I'm hard on realtors, but I believe I should be hard on realtors because we need realtors to step up for consumers to explain how this works. I can only access Houston. We need realtors reporting this information in all metro areas that have access to this server. But let me show you guys. So I'm just checking active listings. This is the Houston Association of Realtors, HAR.com, active listings. Let me show you guys the total amount of listings. Total amount of active listings in the Houston area is 35,198. You guys, that is a difference from Redfin of 10,800 active listings, or rather, we have 44% more active listings than what Redfin is actually reporting. Shocking. And that's not with just Redfin. When I go to Zillow, Zillow only shows 8,902 active listings. In other words, we need realtors, right? And we need realtors to do their job. Stop the cheerleading, start using the data, and start telling us what's going on, because what we're learning here is we can't trust Zillow, we can't trust Redfin, we can't trust Black Knight, we can't trust CoreLogic, and we can't trust most realtors. So if you can't trust a realtor, then what you should probably be doing is learning how to trust yourself. Now let's talk about the median sales price. Here's the updated median sales price from Rocket Homes. And you guys, it is not $338,000 like Redfin is saying. The median sales price for the end of August is $315,777. The reality is Houston's not down 1% year over year. Houston is down 4.8%. You guys can see that right here, not 1%. You guys, the difference in median sales price is over $22,000, or an additional 6.5%. So again, on Redfin, it's saying the median sales price, at least the 4-week median sales price, is 6.5% higher than what it actually is. I love MLS, guys, because it allows me as a professional, as a realtor, to access data, to formulate reports, and to analyze without someone else's greedy biasness like Redfin, Zillow, CoreLogic, etc. So I'm going to look at the price cuts now. And all I'm going to do is hit active listings right here. And then you guys can see I've selected homes with price decreases. Look at this. This is insane. 10,581 listings right now in the Houston area have listings that have had price drops. Well, that's not 7%. That's over 30% of the listings with price drops. So we got to be careful who we listen to. Guys, let's do one more thing. Let's see how many new homes are listed in the Houston area. The only thing I'm going to do that is I put the year built from 2022 to 2023. The total number of active listings that are only new homes is 8,300. That represents 23.6% of the total active inventory in Houston that is new construction. And you guys, that number is much higher when we take into account that many of these new home builders aren't even listing all of their inventory. That's a common occurrence in this marketplace. Now, I wanted to start this video here because now everything we're about to read, understand that it's probably overly optimistic. And if we want to know the true reality of our housing market, we need to be able to access MLS. I'm going to put it point blank. We need to access MLS and we need to see comps. We need to see what things are selling for. We need to see price cuts. We need to see distressed sellers. We can't see that with Redfin and with Zillow. But nevertheless, guys, let's get started on the article. So the name of this week's foolishly optimistic article is Housing Market Update. Prices go up while demand goes down, breaking the laws of supply and demand. And it breaks the laws of supply and demand because inventory has remained steady. It has not gone up and it has not gone down. But not only that, it's easy to show that prices go up while demand goes down if you're fudging the numbers. Now, according to Redfin, mortgage purchase applications are sitting at their lowest level in nearly 30 years or 3 decades. But there are so few homes for sale that prices are up 4.5% annually, the biggest increase in nearly a year. Although mortgage rates are inching down from their recent peak, housing affordability isn't improving much, and that's a fact. With the median U.S. home sales price up 4.5% year over year during the 4 weeks ending September 3rd, and mortgage rates remain above 7%. The typical mortgage payment is now $2,612. That's only $18 shy of the record high set in May. According to Redfin, prices are rising due to a supply shortage. We definitely need more supply. The total number of homes on the market is down 18% year over year. That's the biggest decline since February of 2022. New listings are down 9% as many homeowners refuse to part with relatively low mortgage rates, but there are still more buyers than sellers in much of the country. And there's even more vacant homes than both of those combined right now. Look at this nonsense. The market is marching on, especially for turnkey homes, but not in my market. Real estate is so hyper-local. We need to remember that. Just because my market is experiencing all of these crazy things doesn't necessarily mean your market is. So you must empower yourself with that awareness by accessing, again, MLS, and at the very least, Zillow, Redfin, something, right? Something. They have a new format with their leading indicators. Let's start with the 30-year fixed rate mortgage average, which is all the way up to 7.33%. Odds are if you don't have a 25% down payment and your credit score is not 780, you're probably going to get a mortgage rate in the mid 7%. As crazy as that sounds, unless it's new construction. Now, all the people that are saying, oh, the housing market's still hot, the housing market's still hot. No, it's not. There's just still a little bit more toxic home buying. The reality is mortgage applications are down year over year, 28%. Again, a 3-decade low. So how's the housing market strong? Barely anyone is buying right now. Barely anyone is buying. Now, here's another beautiful thing. Redfin Home Buying Demand Index is down year over year, 6%. Demand is crippled. Demand is lower right now by 6% versus this time last year. And yet you're saying prices are going up? Something's wrong with these numbers, you guys. Something doesn't smell right here. Google homes for sale searches on the internet down 16% year over year, as is home touring activity, also down 16%. But take a look at this, guys. This is really, really crazy to me. Look at the median sales price. So the median sales price is down week over week. So it did go down, but it barely went down at all according to this information. But I wanted to point out the median asking price. Normally, okay, there is a huge gap between median asking price and median sales price. Normally, again, a huge gap, $10,000, $15,000 gap. Right now, the gap between median asking and median sales is about $1,000 only. And to me, again, that is another red flag that something is wrong with this data. Nevertheless, total active listings right now is about 800,000. I have 3 more months to get another 200,000 units of inventory to possibly win my bet with Johnny, Vital, and Jeff. But we're sitting at almost 800,000 right now. Share of homes with price drops, it's saying only 6.1%. But again, you guys, odds are that's a lot higher. And I want you to access your metro area. Go on Zillow, go on Redfin. I don't care what it is. I want you guys to check out what I'm saying. Here's the metro areas with the top price increases and with the top price decreases. Starting on the left side here with the metros with the biggest year-over-year increases, number 1 is now Norwalk, New Jersey at a whopping 16.3%. My heart goes out to all of the natives there that are priced out, as does it with Miami. Miami is so unaffordable right now to the locals. It's very sad. And then we have our California cities coming up with Anaheim at 12%, San Diego now at 11%. That was on the year-over-year price decline list, is now double-digit increases. Pretty shocking. Montgomery County, PA at 11.1%. The top declining markets I find incredibly revealing, because included in this list of 5 are 3 Texas metro areas. Think about that, you guys. That's crazy. I believe a reason that is new construction. New construction is all over the place, spread across Texas, but the number 1 metro area, Austin, Texas at 6% decline, number 2, Fort Worth at 2.5%, and then Phoenix at 2.2%, and then Portland, Oregon at 1.1%, and San Antonio at 1%. But again, you guys, I just pulled up information showing that Houston is down 4.8% year over year. So who do you believe? I'll tell you guys right now, I'm putting myself in a situation to trust myself, right? By accessing data, by staying on top of it, and always increasing my purchasing power, credit, income, assets. Let's visualize some of the data now. Starting with median sales price showing up 4.4% year over year at a median sales price of $378,725. We peaked right here, you guys, which is the beginning of July. Now, as far as price declines, is kind of balanced out. It's only gone down a couple $1,000s from the peak. The good thing is we are at the peak, and with the overwhelming amount of price cuts, the overwhelming amount of unaffordability, PE ratio, payment to income ratio, all of these things, I suspect, again, and I'll stay with this until I see some other set of data, there's going to be a point where this starts to plummet. I'm surprised that this hasn't gone down already. But then again, I ask myself, am I really that surprised? Because they shut down this service for almost 4 weeks. In fact, this service was shut down this entire time of plateau. Y'all see this? Again, this entire time of this plateau right here where I'm circling, okay, other than the past 2 weeks, this data was hidden and shut down from us. I wonder why. Especially weird that it's showing prices not going down, because median asking price has been plummeting and is almost now lower than median sales price. Median asking price cannot be lower than median sales price. You guys, it's only off $1,000. It has been plummeting. And here's another huge thing, you guys. Home buying mortgage payments are up 15% year over year. Holy smokes, buying a house right now is literally the worst it's ever been in the history of my life. Here's our months of supply sitting at 2.8%. Again, you guys, we were headed on the way up. Then we had some type of MLS outage, and now we're only sitting at 2.8 months of supply, even though, again, I have seen multiple different data sets telling us that we're actually over 3 months of supply. But again, we're going over Redfin. Redfin saying we're at 2.8 months of supply. But the thing is, guys, the more that demand gets crushed, the more that this will go up, even if the active listings don't go up. Here's the data with the listings that had price cuts. We are sitting at a 4-year high for September. We're now at 6.1% of listings with price cuts. So again, the highest it's been in 4 years. And you're telling me that home prices only went down $1,000? I don't think so, you guys. Something is very, very wrong here. But the reality is time will tell. And if it's me on the sideline, actually, I am on the sideline right now. I am not rushing the purchasing process. I'm hunting every single day. I've written out my goals. My goal is to find a house that I love at a price that's around 2019, and I want the seller to pay all of my closing costs. And I will not settle. If I have to wait another year, if I have to wait another 6 months, then I will wait. I will not be bullied into purchasing an overpriced house, period. And I hope that I'm giving you guys additional value, perspective, and insights so that you are more aware of the potential risks of buying a home, which is traditionally a great investment. Now, other than that, guys, if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.